Hi everyone, this is Harshdeep, and I am the founder and CEO of Legitt AI. So, what we will do in this video is I'll take you through almost all the functionalities of the product, right from login to managing your existing contracts, to drafting, to creating workflows, approvals, and signing the contracts, and post signing management of the contract process. Okay, so this is the login page. Okay, so what happens? Either you can use Google, Salesforce, or Okta is a pretty popular product right now for single sign-on kind of use cases, or Microsoft. So you can use these methods to sign in, or you can use your email. You can create your account and then use your email and password to sign in to Legit. So click here. It will take you to this option. So this is helpful in a scenario where you are a part of multiple workspaces. Say, for example, there is a structure of headquarter and subsidiary, or maybe other companies under your say company's umbrella. And for example, in Legit AI, I am an admin. In Legit AI on it, I am an editor. In this dummy company that we have created, I have only view only kind of a right. Okay. So you can pick and choose which workspace you want to manage. And then click on continue. So I'll be picking up Legit where I'm an admin. Click on continue, and it takes me to what we call the my work page. Okay. So now see, there are a lot of things to see here, or ingest. You would have seen some notifications, or as we call nudges, come from this side. So these are the pop-ups or the notifications that come, and we call them nudges. Okay. So now what happens is it will tell you that okay, there are 42 documents pending your signature. I can directly click here and go to that document and sign it. So, for example, you come in the morning, before you even get into the product and see what all is pending on your table or in your queue to execute. It'll Lana, we call them Lana, agent Lana notifications. So Lana will go through your schedule, or the items that are pending action on your side, and it'll nudge you that okay, there are 5 approvals that are pending your action. You can directly go to the inbox from here. With SOW, with Walmart and Legit, you can directly go approve and reject it, or reject it, whatever you want to do. Okay, so these are the nudges. They'll open as soon as you log in, and within a couple of seconds, they'll close. But this icon will always be there. You can just click and see what all is pending. So it is helpful in helping you manage the queue of tasks which are pending on your desk. Okay, then comes the Lana chat functionality. Okay, so this is Agent Lana. What it does is, one, it's been trained on a lot of contract related stuff. Plus, it knows in and out about the product. So even if you just want to ask that, okay, how do I create a contract, review a contract, where are my alerts, how do I sign a contract or a document? So it'll tell you step by step that these things need to be done for the action that you want to do. Say, how do I create a contract? Click here. It'll give you step by step. Um, yeah, it'll give you step by step what to do, and then you can directly go to the editor from here and start creating the contract. Or if you want some help, you can see the demo also. It'll be a demo video. Okay. Even if you want to ask say questions about the contracts that you have on the platform, say which is the biggest contract by value I have in the repository. It'll go through the complete repository and tell you that this is the biggest contract that you have, or anything you want to ask that, okay, give me a list of contracts. Yes, so it has gone through the details, told that, okay, this is the contract settlement agreement between these two stakeholders, which is of 85 million USD. Status is signed, start date is this, end date is not satisfied, not specified, what is the legal jurisdiction, all these details it will tell you. And you can ask very complex queries also, that, okay, give me a list of contracts signed with customers in Canada which are of value more than $100,000 and are expiring in next 30 days. It'll go through all the details, pick up those documents and tell you the details here. Okay, so one, you can ask any question about the product, anything that you want to execute but don't know how to do it. You can ask that. Two, you can ask any questions about the documents that you have on the platform. Okay, so there is an extended functionality of Lana which we will see when we do repository management. Then below this are three options: create, upload and sign, and upload and review. So these are the key tasks that somebody would do. Either you will create a contract, or you will upload a finished draft of a contract and sign it. Maybe somebody has sent it out to you and you just want to upload and sign it. And then is upload and review. This is basically for your existing contracts. You upload and review the contract, or even if you want to analyze a contract, you can upload and review it here. Okay, so now what we suggest clients, that, okay, before we start drafting or creating new contracts, let's start by managing your existing contracts on the platform. Okay, so there are two ways. One, you can upload these contracts one by one, and then the second method is you can upload the contracts in bulk. So I'll take you through both the scenarios. Let's start with uploading a single contract and reviewing it. So click here. Okay, what it does is it'll give you a pop-up where you can drag and drop a contract. Let me just find one and drop it here. Okay, now click on start review. What it does is, one, it'll bring the contract onto the Legitt AI platform. Two, the AI engine starts analyzing it. Okay, so if you see on the right here, it'll start pulling the information. Yes, it has start populating the information, and this is the summary. So the contract value is this, the start date and end date is this, internal parties or counterparty, it'll give you the details. Okay, then key points. So any important information in the contract, be it some important clauses, start date, end date, or any milestone, or any commercial or monetary element there, that, okay, this is the total value, these are the three milestones which are there. It'll display all this information here, and this can be customized as per your requirements. You can download it. The Lana can read it out to you. If you do not want to read it, it'll recite. You can download in PDF format and send it out if you have to send it to somebody, or you can copy and paste it in chat or email, that this is the summary of the document. So first time you upload the document here, it'll take a few seconds to extract this information. Now, whenever you come back to this document, this information will always be there. Okay. So now if you want to chat with the document, just click here and you can chat with this document. If you want to find very specific details which are not here, you can chat with the complete document. You can enlarge it, you can collapse it. Okay. Now, if you see on the top, there are these few tabs. Okay, summary, which we have already seen. Then is the clause analysis. Click on clause analysis. What it does is it'll go through the document and check for the available clauses in the document, that these are the clauses which are there in the document. Okay, and when we come to risk, it'll also tell you about the clauses which are not there, are missing. I mean, based on the nature of the document, And say if we compare it to your clause libraries or the templates that you have or the benchmark contracts that you have, these are the clauses which should be there but are not there. So it'll tell you about those details also. So if you see, yes, all these have turned green. Now it has fetched all the information. If you see these numbers besides these clauses, they tell you that okay, this clause is there on page second. Confidentiality is here. Termination again is on page 2. Warranties is on page 1. So it'll, even if it is a 200-page document or a 20-page document, it'll take you to the exact page where this clause is. Okay. So now if we see, say for example, termination, it's on page 2. You see a couple of icons here. Okay. Now this icon, if I click, it'll compare this clause with the clause library that you have uploaded. So you can configure your clause libraries, you can configure your templates, you can configure your benchmark contracts. So in clause library, what it does is it'll compare this clause with the approved clause which is there in your clause library and tell you the exact similarities and differences. So now I click on this icon. Okay. What it does is it'll, yeah. So it'll analyze and tell you the differences and similarities. For example, it says the primary difference lies in the grounds for termination. If your company's clause allows for termination at any time with written notice, providing a broad right to terminate for any reason or no reason at all, which we call termination of for convenience. Okay. In the document, however, it restricts the termination to instances where the other party breaches a material term and a material term of the contract and fails to cure that breach within 30 days. Okay. And then it'll tell you the implications. It'll also tell you where all the conflict might arise and give you recommendations that okay, how do you rectify these issues. Okay. So now again, clause by clause you can go, and we can also create a score here that okay, if we compare to your clause library or the approved clauses by your legal team, how does this particular contract clause compare to your say clause library. Okay. Next is the financial terms, because in clauses, the financial terms are very important. Say for example, it'll tell you that this is the total contract value. Uh, this is if there is any annual recurring element here. It'll tell you if there are any one-time fee, any liability cap. Again, this can be customized as per your requirements, but this is the base model which fetches this information. Okay. So you have available clauses, you have financial terms, and then next we go to obligations and alerts. Now, every contract when we sign has what we call in business or legal language is events embedded in the contract. So event can be a date based or a time based event, or it can be a monetary event, it can be a non monetary event. For example, start date, it has extracted, this is a non monetary event, it does not have any monetary value attached to it, but the payment milestones, they have the monetary value as well. Okay. So now what you can do is it'll fetch all these events from here, from the document. Say for example, your role is just to manage the financial milestones. You click here, you just want to track them. You can pick and choose, or you can click all and you can track all of them. Now once you select this, these are few icons that appear on the top. Okay. You click on this notification and it'll add these tasks or alerts to your alerts pipeline. And we'll see how the alert pipeline looks like. There is another icon here, add to your task. So if you want to manage these alerts or these events as your tasks, you might want to assign it to other team members, or you might want to execute yourselves. Or say for example, there are groups of team members. Say for example, there might be a group that is managing the financial aspect. You want to assign these tasks to them, you can assign to them. There is a customer success manager who is supposed to get this renewed. You can have the end date assigned to this particular person as a task. So just click here, it will add these details as tasks to your to your task list. Okay. Then third icon, and we'll see the task list and how do you assign these tasks to other team members. Third is the calendar. So when we configure the calendar for you, configure the organization for you, we can configure Microsoft Outlook or Google Workspace. And if you click on this icon, it'll add these events to your calendar. So you get calendar, say, calendar notifications as well. Okay. Now, having done all this, there are a couple of other items what we call deep dive. Okay, say for example, you want to check for the risk and compliance. It'll give you the overview that okay, this is the contract value. There are two high risk clauses in this document, and you can check what these clauses are, and how they might impact your execution of this contract. It'll also tell you the missing clauses. Say, based on the nature of the contract, it'll tell you that these clauses should have been there. Or what we can do is we can compare it against your benchmark contracts. That okay, whenever you are creating an NDA, these clauses should always be there. If they are not there, the AI will point out that okay, these clauses should have been there but are not there in this contract. And if there are any compliance issues, it will tell you about the compliance issues. Then if you want to check the perspective, so generally there are two parties in a contract. One is the party that initiates the contract. Second is the counterparty. So it'll go through the details and give you a perspective of both the parties. How does the contract look from my perspective? How does the contract look from um, the counterparty's perspective? So it'll give you all these. What exactly is the primary goal of Viscam? To deliver specified software, receive full payment, and manage significant liability risk. So all these are there. What is the risk? What are the risks for this party? What are the obligations for this party? What is the second party? What are the details? Alleged contracts is the second party. And it'll also tell you right now in whose favor the contract looks like. So they have a leverage score of 35 out of 100. Legit has 75 out of 100. And it'll give you what is basically your primary goal. What are you going to gain out of this contract? What are the risks that you might have? What are your obligations? So all these alerts it'll tell you. And then overall analysis, that okay, this is the overall analysis of the contract, and are there any recommendations? Negotiate a highly detailed exhibit A with clear deliverables and scope. So you might want to further drill down into scope. All these details it'll tell you from perspective point of view. Now if you want to compare it with a benchmark, you select it. It'll tell you, it'll give you the benchmark contracts that you have uploaded. Select one of them, compare, and it'll give you the comparison between the two. So what we did earlier was the clause comparison. Now it is at the contract level. So clauses you can compare with the clauses that you have in the clause libraries. Contract overall you can compare with the benchmark contracts, or you might have approved or standard templates that you want to measure them against. So it takes a few seconds and creates a comparison report clause by clause, and tell you that okay, these are the differences, these are the similarities between the two contracts. Just give it a couple of seconds and it'll create that okay, these are the definitions, what's the delta, what is the implication, and clause by clause it'll give you that okay, what is the obligations in the base document, comparison document, what is the delta. So all these details, and you can download it, you can send it out to somebody who has to review or approve the contract, can be done. Okay. Now once you have done all, we created the summary, we created the clause analysis, we created obligations and alerts, added to our alerts pipeline, added to our to-do list and calendar. So now if you go here, it'll show you the alerts pipeline. So this is my alerts pipeline. Imagine we just uploaded one contract. We upload a 10 more or dozen contracts or maybe 200 more contracts or 1,000 contracts, and it will create a single pipeline of alerts that this is what you have to do in next say 7 days. So you can check what needs to be done in next 7 days, what needs to be done in 7 to 14 days, after 14 days what needs to be done 21 after 21 days. So it will give you week by week that okay, what needs to be done on which contract. Okay, so now since we added some of these as tasks, you go to tasks and it will show you that okay, these are all the tasks, these are in progress, these are to do, still pending, and some of which have been completed. Okay, in to do, let me just pick up one task that has not yet been assigned. So this is the renewal date for this particular contract. Just click here, and what you can do is you edit, you can change the due date, that okay, internally this is my due date. You can assign a team member. So let me assign Lisa and let me assign Chris. Okay, if this is say aligned to any other um, tasks, you can pick up that task. Okay, this is we have to generate an invoice. If there are any supporting documents you want to upload, you can drop the documents here. They'll go as an attachment. You want to add this to your Google Calendar or save it as an alert. Since we changed the date, let me just save it as an alert. I do not want to add it to my Google Calendar. Click on save and it'll assign, yeah, task details updated, and it'll send the notification to the two people that we have assigned. If I go here, um, yeah, if I let me just quickly refresh. Yeah, yes. So we sorry, so we assigned two people, Lisa and Chris, to this uh, particular task, and they'll start appearing and they'll get the notification for executing this task. So now this is the scenario where we upload a single contract, analyze it, save it in our repository, create tasks out of it, create obligations alerts, analyze the clauses, analyze the financial details, analyze the risk component. Okay. Now, if you have to do it in bulk at repository level. So this is the repository. Let me introduce first you to the repository, and then we can see how we can analyze contracts in bulk. So it'll give you a high level view that, okay, there are 144 live contracts, three are expiring soon, 22 are expired. And this is the last AI repository that I created. And I'll explain and show you how we create the AI repositories. Okay. Here you see different tabs. The first tab is recent documents. It will show you the recent documents either uploaded or created. Okay, and what's the date when they were last updated, who's the owner, what's the status. So you can check the status here. Second is the system folders. So system folders are basically which come delivered with the application. So whenever you are creating a contract, it will be in drafts. Whenever you finish the document, it will be in finished. When you send it out for either approvals or signing, it will be in pending. Once it is approved, it will be in approved. And once it has been say signed, it will be in the signed folder. And once the end date of the document is achieved, it will be in expired. Any document rejected will be in rejected. Okay, so next is my folders. So now if you go to my folders, you can create your own folders here. Click on new, you can name the folder and create it. You can create them function wise. These are my general contracts, sales contracts, HR contracts, finance, or say customer wise. These are my infosec is a customer. These are contracts, all contracts related to infosec, DLF, NASA. Now, once you create and upload contracts here, click here, you can rename, delete, and all things you can do or analyze with AI. What I want to show you here is you can manage the access also, that, okay, this is these individuals have access to it. You can add other folks also. Let me add, click. and I can give the role that, okay, this person is a viewer, editor, and I want to notify them if I want to send them a message. Click here. Uh, yeah, I mean, right now I have a restriction that only same domain email can be added. So you can add individuals, you can add groups here. I can create groups based on my teams. When I add my team members, I can create a group and add them here. Okay. Next is the documents that have been shared with me, and the most important one, the AI repository. So whenever you see these stars along with the folders, these are the repositories or the document or the folders that have been analyzed by the AI engine. So if I have to upload documents in bulk, I click on create a repository. Say I name it demo 091225. I can select the department. Okay. Say only this department will have access to it. Okay. So now it'll give me metadata parameters that, I mean, metadata I want to extract. If I want the reasoning also to be available with it, that okay, um, if you are selecting a document as a child of a particular document, why are you selecting it? I need the reason also. You can switch on the reason, um, then click on continue. Basically um, any almost all the parameters that are required generally by customers we've added here, but you can still, if there are further parameters you want to add, you can add them here. Click on continue. You can select documents. Either you can select from your existing folders, or you can upload that. Okay, I can just click here and upload. Let me just find. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm uploading a couple of documents in English, a couple of them in French, some of them in PDF, some of them are in Word. So it takes a few seconds to upload the documents. Once the documents are uploaded, it will give me a button or an action button to initiate the repository. Okay, so just give it a couple of seconds. So what it does is whatever might be the format of the document, it converts it into PDF and then uploads for analysis. Takes a few seconds. After that, yes. So all these documents have been uploaded. Now, so you see the button here, initiate repository. Click here, and it will start analyzing the documents or the repository. We created this repository. This is 15% done right now. It takes a few minutes to analyze depending upon the number of documents that we have. So once it has analyzed, it will give us a notification that this repository has been analyzed. Meanwhile, let me go back. Uh, Meanwhile, it is analyzing. Let's see how does the analysis look like. Just click on reports. One, it'll show you the high level analytics here, that okay, these are the documents that you have in various stages. These are the total documents, uh, recent repositories, repositories that you have analyzed. Okay, and you can select um, the repositories which have been analyzed. Say for example, let me pick up one. Okay, what it does is it will display um, the basic analysis here, that okay, these are the documents that we uploaded. This is the name, this is the type of document, this is an addendum, this is an order form, this is a proof of concept agreement. These are the two parties which are there. So if I want to chat with this document, just click here. I can chat with this particular document. I want to view the document, you can click here and view. And if you want to see, this is the financial information. If you want to see that, okay, click here. Why, what are the details? Why it has picked up that, okay, this is INR 600,000. Okay. Because of this particular reason, if I want to see the reference, click here. It will show me the reference that on page one, these are the details provided. Whatever I want to see, if I want to see the start date or end date, start date, it's here. Click on the reference, it'll show you that okay, this on this page, this is the detail that's given. Okay. Now, if I want to add further parameters in this table, I can add that, okay, renewal clauses. Okay, this is already added. Say, for example, HR rule 3, I want to add. Click, it'll add the HR rule 3 if I go on the site, and I can run this repository again to just find these details. Okay, it'll tell you that how many clauses are there. There is one clause in this document, zero clauses here. I can click and see that, okay, what exactly is this clause? What is the AI reasoning? What is the confidence that the AI has that this is the exact clause? It is high confidence. And you go to reference and it will show you the reference as well. Okay, so now if the rules are already there, I can pick and choose and run the repository. If they are not there, I can create the rule right away from here. For what department, what's the rule name, what are the clauses that I want to say extract, what is the logic. You can just write in simple English that this is the logic or the keywords and create a rule. Once you create it, it'll start appearing here and you can use that for your analysis. Okay, then there are a few other sections here. You can customize this. Say, for example, these are my sales contracts. It'll pick up the details of the revenue that is embedded in these contracts. If there are any one-time payments, advance payments, it'll plot contracts expiring soon. If there is any parent-child kind of relationship, it'll show you the parent-child relationship up till four levels right now, but we are extending it. All the details that you want to see. You want to see the legal jurisdiction where we have signed these contracts. It'll plot that there are two in India, two in US, and there is one in Germany. Okay, what type of contracts are there? So all these details you can see. Again, what you can do is if you want to chat with the complete repository, you can chat with the repository. Okay, give me a list of contracts that have been signed with customers in Delaware. Enter, it'll go through all the details, pick up the documents that have been signed with customers in Delaware and give you the list that, okay, here is a list. It'll give you the list with some basic information that what's the start date, end date, what are the parties, what is the value of these contracts. Okay. So now, what I want to show you here is let it, yeah. So what I want to show you here is one, you can click here and um, share this or download this information in Excel or PDF or send via email, or you feel that, okay, this is I mean, very important set of information. I need it on a regular basis. I shouldn't be chatting again and again. So you can give the alert title Delaware contracts underscore one. Okay. Between these dates, send this information to me daily. You can even select the time that send it to me at 8 a.m. because 9 a.m. I need this. Weekly, which day of the week? Is it Monday, Tuesday? You can select the week. And then what time do you want it? Set alert and it'll set the alert on the specified time and date. It'll start sending you this information, and you can further we can customize it as per your requirements um, on the repository analysis. Now we have seen how do we upload a single contract, extract information out of it, how do we analyze a complete repository, extract the information. We can start creating new contracts. So now if we go here and see create, you click on create, it will give us three options that you can create a document using template, you can upload an external document, or you can generate with AI. So let's start with template. You click on template, it'll show you here a couple of options. One, the org templates. So this is basically the organization level template. So whenever you upload templates, you can mark them. This is available throughout the organization. So anybody in your organization has access to it. My templates are user specific. So only the user that has uploaded these documents are available to them. And then we have around 500 plus templates which are freely available. You can pick and choose them. So let me select one. Okay, general NDA. Once you select, you have the option that, okay, you can use Microsoft Word, and I'll create a separate video for it. That how do you use Legitt AI add-in in Microsoft Word. So last year we partnered with Microsoft to launch Microsoft Word add-in. Now you can create the document and have the add-in right in the Microsoft Word toolbar, from where you can upload it into the Legitt AI platform, or click on continue. You will use the AI native editor that we have in the application. So what it does is, once you have uploaded the template, all the variables it will highlight in yellow. Say for example, date, I can type it out also. I can just select, click on save, disclosing party, say Legitt AI. If I have to update it at all the places, just click here, it'll update at all the places. Click on save, and all the information I can give here. Second, if I want, I'm not sure that this particular template has the latest termination clause that was uploaded in the clause library. So I can chat with the agent and tell, please update the termination clause as per Legitt AI clause library. Click on enter, and it'll go through the document, compare the clause with the clause library, and update the clause. Okay. So yes, so termination rights. What it has done is, it has picked up the details, compared it against the clause library, updated it. It'll highlight for you, and then you can either accept or reject it. Click on accept, and it has updated the document. So now next, what you can do is click on save. Once you have filled in all the information, it will give you some more functionalities here. Okay, so you can see this menu has expanded. By default, what it does is, somebody who's creating the document has is added as the signatory. I can remove that person also. It's me right now. I can remove it, or I can create a workflow. So if required, I can add multiple signatories. I can add collaborators. So let's add a collaborator. Let me add my co-founder Ravi. I can give him the role of to just comment or editor, or I can change the ownership also of the document. So at any given point, one person has to be the owner of the document. Right now it's me because I've initiated it. I can change it to other other people in my team also. I click on editor. If the person is an approver, I can click here. They'll be added as an approver, and then I add him as a collaborator. Okay, click on continue. It'll update the workflow here, that okay, this is the initiator, this is the collaborator, and this is the signatory. Okay, now if I have to add say another collaborator, let me add Varun. This person can only comment. Click on sorry, I had to save that. Varun, editor, add collaborator. It'll add here. Okay, then click on continue. You will see two collaborators. Similarly, if I have to add another signatory, let me add Tom. You can add the email or the phone number. So right now we have the functionality where you can send the link of the document to be signed on WhatsApp also. So it'll give the message or the text message on WhatsApp. Let me add the email. Now, if I want the person to upload their image also, selfie, I can enable this. If I want proof of identity, I can do that, and click on save. Okay. So now if there are more than two signatories, this gives me an option to set the signee order, that okay, I want Tom to sign first, then I'll sign it. Okay. There are scenarios where the companies, they want their customers to sign first, then they will sign the document. So in those kind of scenarios, we can do that. Otherwise, just remove it. Okay. Click on continue, and it'll add Tom as the signatory. Okay. Now what I can do is I can finish the document. I have to add the signatory blocks. Okay, I want this person to sign here. Okay, and this person, I want him to sign here. I want the initials also of this person here. Let me put it here. Or if I want a stamp or any other details you want, you can give these details here. Click on finish and it tells me that okay, there are 15 variables which are not completed. Do you want to complete them? Okay, or you can review and resolve, or you can finish anyway. Let me just finish it anyway. Now, since there is a signatory that has to be informed that you have to sign the document, this is the communication that goes. Click here, you can edit the email subject, or you can edit the body text as well. Okay, you can also set the expiry date, that okay, within, if the person signs this document within 30 days, they can sign it, otherwise it will expire. Or you can change the number of days as well, say maybe 10 days. Or if you want to send regular reminders, automated reminders to the person, one day, every day, you want to send it every 3 days, every 7 days, you can set the frequency till the person signs the document. Click on accept and continue, and it'll send the document for signing. So it'll tell you that okay, these are the steps that you have completed, who initiated it, what time it was initiated, what time the document was finished, when it was sent for signing. And if there are, say you sent it for approval, it was rejected, you again created it, it'll create a new version also. So it'll manage the version, the history, complete audit trail it manages. So now, since I was also added as a signatory, if I, or somebody else in your organization, they come, they'll see that okay, there is a general NDA, one general NDA that has been created is pending yet their signature. Or I can go to the inbox and see. On top, I see this notification, take action now. I can click on sign the document right away from here, and it'll open the document. Exactly in similar fashion, even if the second person signatory does not exist in Legitt, they'll get a notification in their email that we gave, and they can click on the URL. Exactly similar page will open for them. Click on continue, start. It'll take me that okay, here I have to put in my initials. Uh, Let me just select this, or I can draw also. Okay, let me just pick up this, and I want to pick the color red, adopt. Next, it'll take me that you have to sign here. Okay, I can type again, I can draw my signatures, I can upload an image, or if I have saved signatures on the platform, I can use one of them. So let me just type this font, click here, and finish. So now a couple of things will happen. One, it has updated that out of these signatories, one has signed. If I want to see the complete history, date, timestamp, everything, it'll show me that this person has signed. And you see here a unique ID has been created. If I go here and see, it'll create a unique ID for each of the signatures along with the time and date stamp. And the signature certificate captures the details of all the details, the personal credentials, the IP of the machine with the IP, the location. So all the details that are required to create a digital signature certificate, it captures and creates that certificate. Now, if I this was the scenario where we uploaded a template. Now when the second person signs, it'll again update the signatures here, that okay, Tom has signed, and this is his signature, and this is the ID, and it'll update the complete history of the document to signed. Once it is signed, it'll give you a notification that okay, these are the alerts and notifications, do you want to add them to your alerts pipeline, or do you want to create those tasks? Those things you can execute exactly in same manner as we created for the signed contract. Okay, so now the second method of creating a contract is is similar. I mean, you can externally upload a document. It'll behave exactly like the templates. What I want to show you here is generate with AI. So what we can do is we can custom train the AI engine on your templates, and the user can just come here and ask or give the details. Say create a business agreement between Legitt AI and NASA for implementation of Legitt AI CLM. The total cost of the project is USD 15,000 to be paid in three installments of USD 5,000 each. The start date of the engagement is 01 uh, 01 2026, and end date is 01/06 2026. Okay. Whatever information you have, you can give. Whatever information is not there, it'll ask you and highlight in yellow, exactly like it did for templates, that this information needs to be created. So now what it'll do is, the template libraries that we have uploaded for Legit AI, it'll pick that template, even if it is to customize it a bit with the latest clauses or the clause libraries that we have uploaded, and create the document here. Whatever information it does not have, it'll highlight in yellow and ask you for that information. So yes, it has started creating the document. It's between NASA and Legit. I did not give Legit AI's address. What's the legal jurisdiction? So it has highlighted. I did give the start date as 1st of January. So it has updated that. And wherever that, okay, payment shall be made within this, so we give the total project cost as $15,000, and these are the three installments. And if in case of late payment, it has given us a variable, what do we want to penalize. uh, Yes, so it has created all these details. Once I give all the, or I do not want to have any late payment, I can delete it also. But I want to have another clause here, I can do that. Or I want to edit and have some other information. Say just click backslash. I want to add a table, I want to add an image, I want to add a pricing table. So all these details, I want to add a number list here. So I can edit exactly like I would do in a Word document. On top, I can use these elements for formatting. I can do comments. I can check the track changes if there are multiple people involved. Say, for example, we added a couple of editors, what they are doing. So I can change, see, I mean, there are no track changes right now, but if there is an editor, they have made changes, and by default the track changes is on, or they have put in some comments, I can see that in this editor. Rest is exactly the same. Once I save it, it'll give me additional functionality that we saw earlier. By default, I've been added as a signatory. I click on workflow, I can add signatories, collaborators, so everything exactly the same that we did earlier. I can finish the document and send it for signing. So this is the high level functionality of Legit AI end to end, right from managing your existing contracts, reviewing contracts, creating the tasks, creating alerts pipeline, creating reports, chatting with your repository, drafting using templates, using AI, or uploading a document, or simply uploading and signing. creating very, very detailed and complex scenarios of workflows. You can create automated approvals also based on the not, I mean, the nature of the document or what we configure in products or services. That if this contract is an NDA, this person has to be added as an approver. If this contract is for SaaS product, or this particular product that we are selling, this person has to be added as approver. So you can add multiple approvers by default. You can pick up, I mean, the default workflows that, okay, if this is a HR document, pick up this workflow. It'll automatically create those signatories, add those signatories, collaborators, and approvers in the document that you're creating. And then you can send it out for signing. So this is the functionality. I'll be creating a separate video for settings, how you can configure the application at organization level, at a personal level. You can create the organization structure, you can create the approval workflow, how do you manage the content, how you configure your products, how you can create say business rules for AI analysis of repository, different settings for the organization, integrations. So we have very extensive framework of integrating with your ecosystem of IT applications that you use. Some of them are pretty common. Some at enterprise level, we integrate with Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics, Salesforce, Oracle Business Suite, eSuite, HubSpot, and in fact, virtually any integration that you want with your existing application, we can. If you have to customize, we can create that for you. So this is uh, not high level, but a comprehensive view that I wanted to give of the Legit functionalities that we have created. Thank you.